Greetings, greetings. My name is KKT. Today I'm going to do reading and explaining mafia food. What is a mafia? I'm going to talk about mafia food. I'll read a paragraph and then explain it. Without wasting any time, let me get straight to the point. I said it's reading and explaining. So the title of what I'm going to read is Mafia Food. Mafia food. What is a mafia? Mafia, in my perspective, is a criminal who loves classic, especially formal clothes, suits. But truly speaking, a mafia is a criminal. Since a kid, your attitude pertaining to criminals, that's probably a symptom that you are a mafia. Just the first paragraph is talking about mafia, a symptom. But first, let me explain what I just said. In my perspective, I said a mafia is a criminal who loves suits, a criminal who loves formal, an entrepreneur who is infatuated with power, but at the same time he is dangerous. The street respect him. He cannot be underestimated. There will be consequences for that if he is bad mouth in the street. But he loves classic. He loves suits. That's a mafia in my perspective. Someone who is infatuated with suits. But truly speaking, a mafia is a criminal. So the definition of a mafia, a synonym of a mafia is a criminal, a crook. A crook is working for the dark side. A crook hurt people. The definition of a mafia, a criminal. Since a kid, your attitude pertaining to criminals, that's probably a symptom that you are a mafia. A little kid, you're a criminal, let's say at primary or crèche. But primary is where enlightenment takes place. School fights. They fight at primary. You are not a coward. You don't put a tail between the legs and walk away. That probably means that you are a mafia. That's a symptom of a mafia, a criminal, someone who is infatuated with power. You see him as a little kid or you see her as a little kid, that this person is a mafia. This person is a crook, not a coward. Respect. He's not scared inside the class. He's not scared of the teachers, but respect them. You see, respect. But if he gets angry, he doesn't, for instance, he doesn't tolerate the nonsense. Incoherent, he doesn't tolerate it. So if he gets angry, you see his face changing, something like that, something is wrong. He ain't scared, he can say that 1 plus 1 is not equals to 2. You are giving me 1 plus 1 equals to 3 because you are old. You are abusing the power that you are old. You see inside the class. But he might just keep quiet, but he's angry inside. He's not scared. Because it doesn't mean if you're old, it doesn't mean that you're always right. You can abuse the power that you are old. The next thing, there must be consequences like prison. Let me go to the next paragraph. I love money and power. The title of the speech is Mafia Food. What is mafia food? Mafia food, in my perspective, is what satisfies a mafia. Money and power is my food. I am hungry for money and power. I love money and power, that's true. I love money and power. When you have money, you control everything, you dictate everything. Everything is in your realm. You do whatever you desire because you have money. You see? So money gives you power. You see, power to do whatever you want. You can get the ladies, you can get the food, you see, you can get whatever you desire. You see, money and power, that's the food of a criminal. What does a criminal want? What is the protocol of a human being? A human being wants money, a human being wants power. That's the protocol of a human being. You hear me? So, it's talking about that. It's talking about that. I love money and power. The title of the speech is Mafia Food. What is mafia food? Mafia food, in my perspective, is what satisfies a mafia. That's my perspective, that's mafia food. If you're a mafia, I say the mafia is a crook, but in my perspective, a mafia is someone who is infatuated with formal attire. But I made it crystal clear that this is my perspective. When you are infatuated with classic gangsters. Because on the street, yes, you can be called a mafia, but to be honest, classic clothes cost. But when you grow up, it's the protocol to wear classic, formal. To wear leather jackets, to wear suits, to wear tie, robe of honor is called, you see, bow tie, formal shoes, formal trousers. It's protocol when you grow up, maybe you're going to a ceremony. You see, must be informal attire. So, money and power is my food. I'm hungry for money and power. Yes, money and power is my food. And I am hungry for money and power. And I'm talking about what? A mafia. A mafia is a criminal. So here is something. A triangle. A triangle called the dark triad. You can say a dark triangle. At the sides of the triangle, a triangle is having three sides. You see, the other two are equal, and the other one are not equal. Let's say on the first side of the triangle, a Machiavellian, the other side, narcissist, the other side, psychopath. I'm talking about a mafia here, a criminal infatuated who doesn't tolerate the nonsense. You see, he is a gangster. Mafia is a gangster. Mafia is a crook. You see, who have power, who have to be clean, who is infatuated with prestige, who doesn't want to be undermined, who always want to be revered, respected. So, I'm talking about the triangle, the dark triangle. What is a Machiavellian? A Machiavellian is a gangster who always want to be on top. You see, because I'm talking about mafia, the dark triangle is of a mafia, a criminal. If you're a mafia, I think it's protocol to know the dark triangle. So, a Machiavellian at the side of the triangle, we start with a Machiavellian. A Machiavellian is someone who wants to be on top of everything. A mafia which always want to be on top, who always want the power. You see, who no matter what, let's talk about a company now, for example. A company is retrenching, sorry, is employing people. People are going off. You see, they are limiting their people. A Machiavellian is talking about a mafia. Bear in mind that the dark triangle is what? Is of a mafia, a criminal, a crook. If you're a crook, a criminal, a gangster, a dark triangle is culture to know it. Machiavellian, as we are talking about, a company is retrenching, taking people off. A Machiavellian is a gangster, a mafia, which will always want to be on top to dominate. He or she will do by any means necessary that he doesn't go off. He will not go, he will not be retrenched. He will be hired. Let's say we're talking about TV, a celebrity. A Machiavellian always want to be the main character on TV. Always want to appear on TV. Always. He will do anything by any means necessary, even spilling blood. spilling blood, same time. You see, same time spilling blood, a Machiavellian. You see, so he always want to be on top. Then again, a narcissist. A narcissist is also a criminal, but a criminal is the other side of the triangle. But a criminal which doesn't want to be same time when the company is retrenching, it doesn't want to be same time retrenched. It will analyze the scenario, what is happening. The narcissist will put perception, a glimpse, what is happening on this scenario, why people are getting retrenched. He will understand, he or she will stay at home, retrenched. You see, so the next thing, but he's going to call you immediately. He doesn't think same time a narcissist. A narcissist think long-term mentality. You see, so when it thinks long-term mentality a narcissist, there'll be a time which comes so that what it was cooking, it will come to fruition. You see, what it sort like it waits, it doesn't rush, but he or she is definitely that he is going to eat a mafia. He is going to eat a narcissist. Even if he doesn't eat same time, but definitely he will eat. He will call you and intimidate you, tell you that I will strangle your child, I will rape your daughter. So that way it will get a job with the narcissist. Let's say I'm the HR, I'm the one recruiting, the manager, I'm the one responsible for retrenching. The next thing, the narcissist will call me and say that it will rape my daughter if I don't give him a work. You get a picture? But when you are busy retrenching, he will understand and sit down. Instead of a Machiavellian, he will immediately tell you that he is going to rape your daughter if you don't give him a work. I could have made a mistake with my education. Maybe Machiavellian is a contradiction of narcissist. But it's the dark triangle. I'm quite sure that Machiavellian doesn't eat same time. Hey, Machiavellian eats same time. No. Machiavellian eats same time. Always want to be on power, no matter what, by any means necessary. The next thing, a narcissist will take time, but eventually he will become on top. But he will spill the blood definitely, because I'm talking about the dark, the mafia triangle. The next thing, a psychopath. A psychopath kills. You see, a psychopath kills immediately for power. He will manipulate you. You see, he will kill you like spill blood. So I think I'm making a mistake. A Machiavellian will manipulate you, will plot a blueprint, a plan so that it be on top same time. A narcissist will make a plan, but that plan will not work same time, but eventually it will work. A psychopath spills blood. So the psychopath is the one who spills blood, the one who rapes, the one who kills is a psychopath. The one who is, I'm talking about a mafia. A mafia is what criminal. The dark triangle, the dark triad is of a mafia. Machiavellian, narcissist, psychopath. Psychopath spills blood. Narcissist makes a plan. He manipulates, is a mastermind. But the plan doesn't work same time. But eventually it will work. A Machiavellian plans and manipulates same time. Same time. A Machiavellian. Narcissist, not same time, but he manipulates, a mastermind. A psychopath spills blood by force, rapes your daughter, kills your whole family so that you can give him power. A mafia. That's the triangle of what? A mafia. The dark triangle. A triangle of gangsters. Narcissist, Machiavellian, and psychopath. Let me go to another paragraph. Again, I don't want to be disrespected. Age and body weight or height give me a problem. It's the world of fighting. Sorry? In the world of fighting, I assume again a mafia is not a coward. I am talking about me. I ain't a coward. If I get seriously angry, the consequences problem. Again, I don't want to be disrespected. Now I'm talking about me as KKT. I'm a mafia. I'm infected with crime. I do have crime inside me. You see? So respect in the world of crime is number one. And respect is not forced, it's earned. You see? I don't treat respect for attention. So I don't want to be disrespected. Is what a mafia. You see? Age and body weight or height give me a problem. When somebody is older than me, prior I talked about the teacher inside the class, even if you didn't do anything wrong, just to beat you or torment you with words. It's because of age, you call it abusing of power. Even inside home with the family, there's abuse of power. The brothers, the uncles, the sisters, the mothers, the grandmothers. Sometimes they do shit. You see, you can hear that they're sick, like. The next thing is because of what age. And I say that again, I don't want to be disrespected, the mafia. And again, body weight. Body weight, there's a heavy weight, there's a light weight, there's a bantam weight. You see? So there's this gangster who is disrespecting me, like, it's because he's older than me. The same I know when I'm talking to kids, like. So if he is older than me, I saw him because he's a lightweight. I was able to threaten him, like tell him that you should at least be a heavyweight. You see, it's supposed to check how I am. I think me, I'm a middleweight, I'm a bantamweight. But I think I'm a lightweight, the lightweight is growing. You see? So now I'm a lightweight, now I'm 27 years old. Then the next thing I told him, because in high school, I don't love the way you talk to me. The next thing I told him, I know that you are a gangster, but you are not working for the dark side. I've never heard you fighting with anyone. So me, I have a reputation because I'm a crook like you, but I work in a fighting faculty. It's because I'm disrespecting him because of the body weight. He's older than me, 3 years older than me. There are others who are disrespecting me. They are tall and they are big with the weight. It's because they are heavy weights. So when I'm angry, like I doubt myself, but I'm not a coward. But I doubt myself because I know I'm going to lose. They're going to beat me because the body weight is advantage, and again the height. You get a picture. So body weight is a problem again height in the world of math. And also there's some boy who's disrespecting me because of their body weight height. You see, but no peer of mine who's a lightweight like me, a bantamweight. I'm short. No one fucks with me. No one disrespect me because we're the same age. So that one to disrespect me is because God gave him what? A heavy weight and again he gave him height. He doesn't know who I am. I'm evil to the core. I don't want to be tormented. He's a mafia, a gangster. So he must thank God that he's having a body which is bigger than me and a height that's bigger than me. But he should ask those who are the same height as me and the same body weight as me. I ain't a coward. You see, I would rather go beneath the soil, be buried, than give up. I don't have to be disrespected. There's a mafia. You see? So the consequences problem. The consequences problem of a mafia is going to jail, to be incarcerated, indictment. That's when I get angry. Maybe you're older than me or what, to hide. I'll go take a knife or maybe a bottle, but just to give up like that, the next thing you want to fight the symbol SABC. I don't tolerate that. But that's why I made it clear, I clarified that the consequences problem. And indeed the consequences problem. You see, I get very angry, the next thing what is it that I do? I beat someone, maybe I can kill him, I scratch his face. You see, I use a golf stick, a nope gear. You see, the next thing, there's going to be consequence. The police beat. The police breaks the ribs with a boot. You see, they break the rib cage. The police, they take the thieves out with punches. They apply a boot on the head. A full grown man applying a boot on my jaws, my face. You see? So police beat the rough. And again, inside prison is very painful. very, very painful. So it's just that I'm infected with crime. I'm a mafia. But I know the consequences of being a mafia. I know the repercussions. That's why there's law, there's police, there's soldiers. But truly speaking, I'm a mafia. I'm a gangster. I'm a crook. I'm a criminal. And I'm infatuated with formal classic. And the cost of the clothes have to work for them. So I comprehend when you're a mafia and you don't have formal attire. Even me, I don't have suits. I don't have ties wrapped with honor, formal trousers. I'm still hustling, even me. But I say I'm a mafia. When I get money, I have to buy a suit in my wardrobe. Now it's taking stage, it's time. You see, from boys to men, it's now to buy what? To buy formal. Like days, like sand through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. I'm becoming a man. So that's why probably I must start putting perception on formal attire, clothes, formal. So a mafia to me is what those gangsters who have what formal coats. You see, who have, that's my perspective. You see. So the next thing, let me go to the last paragraph. I think I was recognized as a kid that I'm having mafia symptoms. Kids wish do whatever they like, no fear. I think they are classified as mafia. Wanting to be very rich simultaneously don't want to be fucked with. A kind of person not to be fucked with. I assume that's a mafia and he or she have his or her own food. Mafia food. That's the last paragraph. I think I was recognized as a kid that I'm having mafia symptoms. That's me, I'm talking about me. I think they saw me that I'm a gangster. Even now, as you can see me, that I'm infatuated with media. They see me, as I said, that I'm still a kid. I'm 27 years old. I'm not 90 years old. I'm not 50 years old. But my plan in the media world is to never stop. So I cannot be oblivious that I'm somehow anonymous. I'm not anonymous. You see, they know me, they know my behavior. They know that I love media. So the next thing they're going to be busy with me, they're going to orchestrate. Perhaps they're taking me out of the media world. The same was recognized as a kid that I'm a mafia. That's why in my father's side now is hollow. There's no one in my father's side, hollow. It's because of what? They see me that I'm a mafia and also I'm a threat in the world of power. They eliminated a threat in the world of power just like that. Symbol SABC. They eliminate it, they squeeze it, they tarnish it, they scrutinize it, they demolish it. A threat in the world of power. That's why in my father's side is hollow. You see, and in my mother's side is humongous. You see, and the next thing when you are humongous, everyone is having what? His mother is having his father. And me, that's not my father. I'm a grandchild. I grew up in my mother's side. So the next thing, they saw me as a kid, that's why they sterilized me. You see, they castrated me. Father died in 2018. Grandmother died in 2010. Grandfather died in 2000 when I was born. So the next thing, father died 2018. I finished school 2016. They eliminated the threat in the world of power. I was finishing high school, primary 2010. Grandmother died. I'm left with one class. It's because I'm a threat in the world of power. I'm a mafia. And again, if someone torment me, I'll fight to the death and I'm going to tell father. That's why father was like that. Father humiliated me. In the last 3 years of his life, father was abomination. And they were busy with me. They were constructing a leverage for themselves. They were busy with me. They were hating me deeply. They were stepping me inside. That's why fortitude comes. And they know that I'm having solitude. They know that I'm having sigma. That's why they hate me. They hate me from my side to my parents. And my father, they hated me. You see, they were busy with me. It's because they recognized me as a little kid that I'm a mafia. I'm a criminal. You see, I'll get very angry. I'll go tell father. I'll go tell grandfather. There's no one in my father's side even reference can occur. And again, in my mother's side, we are humongous. And we all know competition, jealousy, diabolic spirit hovering in the mother's side. Mothers compete with their children, their sisters. When your child just eat the food, he doesn't buy food. Your child wastes electricity. Do you know those kind of things? That's reality, not fiction. Kids wish do whatever they like, no fear. I think they are classified as mafia. I do whatever I like. Freedom. What's the definition of freedom? I do whatever I like. I'm not scared. I'm not a coward. That means that what I'm a mafia. Wanting to be very rich simultaneously don't want to be fucked with. I want to be very rich. I want power. I'm looking for power by any means necessary. Simultaneously don't want to be fucked with. Simultaneously don't want to be disrespected. Same time I want to be very rich. Same time I don't want people talking about me at the clubs, at the street, talking about me saying that I'm a fool, I'm stupid. I don't want that. I get very angry. You see the next thing. I get very, very angry. I don't want to be bad mouth. I don't want to be bad mouthed. You see, and I don't force them to talk about me, respect me, talk about me in a good way. I don't want to put words in their mouth. But my attitude, my personality, my persona will give them what to talk about me. It will give them the headline. So that's what I have to do something about it. I want to be very rich. Same time, I don't want to be disrespected. I don't want to be to be fucked with. I want to be those kind of people not to be fucked with. And for that, I must be powerful. I must fight to the death. When someone is disrespecting me, I must fight it. Blood must be spilled. Blood must be spilled so that they can get this respect. Respect, you don't force it, you earn it. You earn respect. You see, you were inside the fight, they cracked the lips. People were watching you fighting, blood coming out of your mouth, teeth falling. The fact that you fought, the fact you're not a coward, they respect you and say that I salute, I compliment that guy. That guy is a gangster. That guy is a mafia. But if you just let someone beat you, play with you on the next thing, so then what do you expect them to say about you? So me, I'm not stupid. That's why they did what they did in my father's side. You get me? That's why they did that to my father. And the older people are fucking with me like, you see, the stepfathers, those kind of things. You know, the next thing, they trap me with money. So that's why they did that to my father's side. So the next thing, when they trap you with money to buy you clothes or feed you, that's why they play all over you. So the next thing, I get stranded. But they know me that I get very, very angry. Like, I just know you want to touch me, you want to talk to me, you want access on me. You hear me? Sometimes the stepfathers, even the uncles. So, respect, they just fight, they sweat at him. Fight, fight, fight. Go to prison, go to the orphanages. It's the government to talk to them. Even if they are dirty, the social workers, or some nurses are corrupt, even some police officers are corrupt. So, but at least they fought. You see? So don't let them do whatever they want, since that they are all the stepfathers, the uncles, the guys in the street, the sisters, even grandmothers. Don't say that they are your grandmother, they are your aunties, those kind of things. And let them play all over you. Step you with words, verbal abuse. But, but check first, because you all know a hobo. Check where you stay first. Then the next thing, sometimes you have to respect the food to avoid the noise. Sometimes you have to respect the food to avoid it. But I tell you that the mother, they put words on her. Who buys electricity? Blah, blah. Your son wastes food. Your son doesn't buy grocery. You see, sometimes you just pretend, say that it's family. You see the big houses, the small houses. It's just a lie. It's torturing, it's suffer. Just see when he's not dead or she is not dead. There's abuse in the homes. So don't never allow that. So again, a kind of person not to be fucked with. I assume there's a mafia and he or she have his or her own food, the mafia food. I said a mafia is having his own food. A mafia is having what his own food is what? Money and power. You see, that's the food I was talking about. Money and power. I have my own food. Media. I love media. The movies that I watch, the clothes that I buy, the girls that I date, the way I live. You see, the blankets, what I buy, the clothes, you see, the food that I buy. If some food you don't eat them at the shelf, let go of them. power to be inside the office, to be on the chair. You see, to be an entrepreneur, a tycoon. I have my own food. I love sex. Sex is my own food again. The way I do sex on bed, you see, the way that way is delicious for me. That's my own food. So I'm a mafia. I'm a crook. I'm a criminal. So that's the end of reading and explaining mafia food. So I was explaining just the end. Mafia food. So my name is KKT. Till we meet again, I was reading and explaining mafia food. What is a mafia? A mafia is a criminal. And also remember, and in my perspective, is a mafia who loves formal clothes to me. And the dark triangle, Machiavellian, narcissist, and psychopath, bear it, know it. So that's KKT. I'm out. Thank you.